Okay, wonderful beings. Hi. Um, Hang on one second. I'm going to get something going here for us. Okay. Wow. That is my continual exclamation as I'm moving through these this last 2 months. Not really sure exactly how to explain it, but April 1st, something very major shifted. It's unexplainable to me, but it's a felt and sensed expression. And then we had the Wesak, which was the first moon in, um, in May. So now it's a blue moon. And I have a little presentation for you that's just fun, but I'm waiting just to get everybody kind of on board here. Hey, will everybody just join me in taking a deep breath? So many things are happening in 5D and 3D, and we have some people who are joining us, and either it's been a while or you've never been with us. And so we're going to throw around some terms that I just want to lay out in the beginning. And it's something like this. Um, we're living in a time of dimensionality. We're living in a time where we can, we just perceive everything as solid and continuous. And perhaps some things are actually either falling apart or evolving. And that's the nature of what appears to be the second law of thermodynamics, if you will. However, started getting information even in 88 that there was going to be a time split. I did not know what that meant, just wrote it down. And then time went on, and yes, there's going to be a time split. That was in, I think, 2017. And, years have passed, and finally, so many other people who are tuning in are getting the same message and writing about it. Some people doing some very nice productions on it, and their level of predicting. That said, I'm going to use that 5D term to describe what we call the energy field, the quantum energy field. And there's this really interesting quality to it of entanglement. In other words, wherever you are, if I'm generating energy here, you have the ability and the possibility of feeling it. A lot of times, it's about learning to turn the dial, to listen to the words, and really what I'm saying and doing here is really meant to kind of pull us all together. And generally, I do not plan these. I do have hopefully something that we can pull together here as a share, just because it's beautiful. Um, However, now I am being absolutely nudged in a very serious way to get up every morning and first thing is sit down and take notes from what I point up, because if I pointed down, it wouldn't mean anything to you. But in other words, like that. And I am now calling it source harmonic because when I really tune into it, it has the sense and feel of yes sounds, but more it's a harmonic vibration. And each one of those vibrations has a certain to it. One of them being a destroyer. And we want that because we want to really be able to tune into our egos and our entanglements with others and our attachments. And if you ever considered the possibility of really observing those and starting to resolve and dissolve those, this is the moment. And I'm going to say that the information coming through so strongly is saying, and I know I froze there for a moment, it looked like, the information coming through to me and I'm taking notes every morning. I've got journals that are filling up. Okay, I'm waiting because there's a little bit of something going on with a delay. Okay, I think we're okay. That said, that said, I got a strong message today for this presentation, and it was that we were to work with whoever gathered here to tune into the whole field and have this source harmonic. Um, I'm going to say manufacture or devise or tune in and just create um, some kind of systematic release of three layers for not only you, but for our field of working. And some of us now, as you may have gotten the email, I have had to get project managers because I can't handle it all myself anymore. We've got 5 projects going, and this is Project Global. And because of that, this is open. And if you feel like, oh, my friend might like this, they're welcome to come. If they come once and get something out of it, beautiful. If they really feel like, wow, this is my quantum tribe, beautiful. Obviously, we don't want spammers and things like that because we want to get the work done that we're being asked to do. Um, I'm going to tune in and see if there's anything else I need to share with you. There's another thing that the first group, which we're calling Project West, is working on, and that is establishing this gorgeous crystalline matrix from the coastline up into Canada and down into Mexico, all the way to, I think it's the Rockies or maybe even a little bit beyond. It's kind of loosely what we call the West. And we're starting here because, well, possibly because we're in the West, possibly because there's less, I'm going to say there's maybe less prejudice, there's less population, there's more open spaces, mountains, deserts, streams, canyons. There's a bit more of that in the West. And also we're getting the information that Santa Barbara is holds so many beautiful groupings and tribes of people who are doing the work. And we're assembling a group called Project Harmony that's going to specifically work to create a 6D crystalline grid that um, can eloquently kind of connect in, I call them the acupuncture points, the little points. People meet there, they have a good heart, they're doing their own personal work, they're doing something I think for the general field. I don't know how many people are saying we're doing this for the planet, but they're there. They're there. And this has been my focus since I was a 20 something. I just got in with the group of people who said we are going to do planetary healing. And I saw some very, very powerful examples of some work we did that manifested in the outer world. So I know it works. Our groups have worked for rain. And one time the rain was supposed to hit Montecito again, and we said, could it kindly go over the lake? And those three inches that were supposed to hit Montecito went right over to the lake, and they got 3 inches there, and they maybe got a half inch there. This is just to let you know that you're showing up, your presence is meaningful, it's powerful. If this resonates with you, join us. And and I sense that because you're here, and this is a really nice size group that we've gathered here today. Yes, this is maybe one of our larger ones. And there's one of the project managers too, making it a beautiful 2-0. So I think there's it what I got in my messaging today was that I personally was standing on the edge of a cliff, and it was just time to step off the cliff. And that in a very meaningful way is this is the rest of my life. If it's one year, if it's 20 years or 30 years. This is my life from now on. And the other thing I'm going to say before we just get moving with our work is that we're looking at three very specific dates for this palpable experience and registration of this shift. August 26th of this year, and I got a little taste of it, I believe, last Tuesday. So now I'm understanding it kind of more on an energetic level. And then February 24th, and then August 25th on 2027. So it's going to be a three-part shift. And in that time, we will be asked personally to step into our power, to step into our power, and to be a divine I am. It could be I am peace, I am love, I am light. I am design. There's so many of them. Those who've studied with me have had these offered. But if nothing else, just step into, I am peace or I am love, because when we deal with that six-dimensional matrix, its primary vibration that it loves to resonate is love. And we have a little mantra, and it's seven loves in a row, and it's love, 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 love. And the reason there's that little cadence there is it's right brain, left brain. So that we don't have an idea of it, we actually have this gorgeous experience of it. And I use it in groups, and it pulls us all together. And it'll probably come through for today. So thank you for your listening moments. I appreciate it. And I sense and feel it's time. I'm going to see if I can pull off bringing in this share. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So this is just in case you happen to have a moment where you open your eyes. We're just going to just inspire your creativity and your soul with this. I love this level of crystal and blue, so it's meant to inspire you. Okay, so I'm going to ask you now to close your eyes. Mm. And just take a moment to tune into your precious self. You showed up here. You showed up here. Thank you. So just take a little scan of you. Just say, oh yeah, this is me here now. And you can even say that, me here now. Yes, it's really interesting when you all do it, it creates a circle. It was just a whoosh. And these clearings, I believe, are going to be very, very succinct and rapid tonight, um, from from our source harmonics. So, first direction is love yourself, please. Take a moment and just even hands on the heart, nod your head, and not only are you allowed to love yourself in a certain sense of the words, it's required. It's required because when you love yourself, it creates that pathway for the harmonics to start to come through. And some of you are going to just go with the flow here. And some of you are going to have sensations and feelings. No judgment. It's, I can see that it's happening and I won't continue until everybody's included. So love, love, love yourself. Hmm. You're worthy of love, and we need you as love. There we go. Good. And let that love, if you would be so kind to migrate up to your third eye. Slightly nod. That will kind of help elevate it up. And so as you do that, the mantra comes in. Love. It's very slow this time. It's love, 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 love. And this is an offering, a higher dimensional offering into our field, into each one of you. And you can repeat that to yourself. Love, 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 love. Pausing in between. And then let's feel, 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 sense, feel ourselves unify. Why not? It's it's an invitation to participate in soul tribe. Soul tribe. Love, 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 love. And even as I just am touching in with that, the crystalline matrix begins to appear quite readily. Love, 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 love. And why not just, if you can't exactly see it, imagine it. It's a matrix that one can see through, uniting us in a commonality of intention just to do good for the good of all in whatever way we're called. Love, 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 love. And if you have a sense of the field around you, expand it out now, behind you in particular. We want this crystalline field to blast through anything that we've thrown behind us. Denial, resistance, any shadow. And this is what we're going to get to cleanse is shadow elements. And when I say shadow, I don't mean dark, I don't mean evil. I mean that which we haven't quite gotten to yet. mm. So expand your field and just know that the field is expanding into you and through you. There you go. Yes, you don't have to do it all by yourself. It's expanding into you and through you. There we go. Whew. And I'm getting that the more you really find that way to love yourself, the more it expands, it empowers it. And then again, bring that frequency, and we can say, I am love. I am love. I am love. And the next step is, I am divine love. And say it with reverence for yourself. I am links you to source harmonic and allows you to be a vessel for that frequency to come through to up level this 3 and 4D frequency base. There you go. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. And the thread of clearing is beginning to move through the field, kind of finding various anchors in you, in your field, in your spirit. And I'm going to just leave it to Source Harmonic to orchestrate it. And what it is, it's interestingly enough, it's pinging your resistance to awakening. It's pinging either like, oh, I don't know, really? Or no, no, I couldn't. Or no one can unless they. The construct and ideology around it must be pinged away. And and you must consider allowing yourself that possibility for the good of all, for the good of all. You awaken, it awakens the planet. Do it. So it's pinging all around. It's hitting people in their chakras, mental field, constructs, ancestry, beliefs, survival, and then all the buts. But what if, right? So breathe, track, release. Breathe, track, release. Good. And here's the next thing to say. I'm now free to awaken. I'm free. And however that is for me. And you try that on for size. almost like a beautiful cloak. Mm-hmm. And then I hear, but if we say that it's not just our ego, mm-mm, no, that's the construct. You're not worthy. And if you have that one, you have a reason. I'm not worthy because yeah, track that. Track it. Track it. This is a big clearing, people. Very big. Free to be, free to awaken are thee. And what's hitting now is your root chakra. Your root chakra. Because there's this sense or feeling that if you awaken, it threatens your survival in 3D. And now allow that love, 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 love to bleed through those constructs in particular. Okay. Layer one, layer one, layer one, complete, check. I'm sending you a bumper sticker to put on your car on the quantum. It says free to awaken because it is free. It doesn't cost you any money. Nope. Okay, here we come as the second one. And now it's an alignment. It's moving out of alignment for how am I going to survive and moving into an alignment. How am I going to serve the awakening? How am I going to serve the planet? How am I going to serve humanity? How am I going to serve all beings? How am I going to find my purpose, my soul purpose in this awakening process where I really go, yes, this is me. Yes, this is why I came here now. And you just feel into it. You just grab it. You just say, this could be the most important thing. And there's resistance to doing that because of a million reasons. There's laundry to do. Your friend doesn't want you to, you know, got other things on your grocery list. Yeah, yeah. And it's like just turning the dial because when you turn the dial and you tune into your reason for being here at this moment, this very, very moment, and you're somehow with us right here, right now, for whatever reason, there's a calling, there's a purpose, there's a you, there's an agreement, there's a contract that you made with yourself, with Source Harmonic. Okay, I'll do it. Mhm. Okay. I I had to I had to agree. to a very arduous contract. And now is the now. Now is the now. So this is your moment to decide, you know, I'm not really up for this, and it's absolutely okay. Or you can tune in and go, not sure yet, but it sounds somehow it sounds right. It sounds true. It sounds authentic. It sounds real. Something about it. Uh-huh. There you go. Now I'm seeing there's almost this gorgeous geometric form that's occurring between all of us. Ugh, it's very gorgeous. Wow. 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 Okay. And I'm being advised to ask you to now tune into your root chakra and just sense and feel the survival pull, the survival heaviness, the survival, I need to survive thrum. And all you need to do is go, interesting, there it is. It's like a deep, deep, it's not even ache, it's like a have to, I have to survive. There you go. There you go. Good. Because you are surviving. But why not move into thriving? And the more I do this work, the more I thrive. It's actually quite interesting in that the more 5D I go, I just think, probably need this. Boom, it shows up without effort because my energy needs to go into the next directive. So, and it will for you too. It's just moving out of that survival state. So now what's going to happen? There's going to be kind of a shift, 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 shift back and forth um, in your root chakra. Left, right, left, right, left, right. It's just going to shift back and forth. It's going to be severing your addiction to this construct. You've got to stay human. You've got to survive at any cost. Hmm. And then there's a moment where there's a unplug, and you're going to notice you're still alive. Very good. Very good. There's a few more beings catching up here, and we're all going to just love, 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 love them. Why not? Good. Very good. Whoever just did that last piece for us, thank you. It was big. Um, Now the focus, this is very interesting. The focus now goes from that root chakra into the what we would call density earth. We would call density earth. Just have this sense of like either it goes out your root chakra or out through your feet, put your feet on the ground, whatever, but ground and ground and connect with the avatar frequency that is guiding us, pushing and guiding us. Gaia, Gaia. And if you feel like it, connect to her presence. It's quite lovely. Oh, we're to invite her into our field. We've had some beautiful experiences with her, but now we're going to invite her um to let's see, what would this be? It has to do with totality to mm, her essence that as a avatar is wholeness. Wholeness is totality. And there's many, many aspects to how we perceive reality in ourselves. I've just documented 80 of them. 80 plus, then another 20 for 5D. So she's giving us a container. Ah, she is asking if we would allow her to be the container for when we meet. So it's the container, and then we're tuning into the moon frequencies. Mhm. And there will be frequencies coming through the moons and in the void of the new moon from other guiding. Well, one of them will be connecting with us is the central spiritual sun, which is this enormous frequency that actually comes through our actual physical sun. Central spiritual sun. And it is a very powerful directive force. And she's just asking permission. She's asking for a yes. I say yes. Yes, of course, Gaia. You're blessed by your presence. You might sense and feel her as a feminine frequency of a feminine blessing, a presence, a feminine presence. And she's really enjoying this upgrade of the crystalline. It makes it much easier for her to show up. And if you so invite her, she's willing to show up for you. Just as a sense and feeling of wholeness, of totality, and that your path to totality just accelerates with ease and grace. Ease and grace. And she is saying she's going to work with us dimensionally 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. and for some of you, 70. Some of you will be able to hold her in a very unique fashion. So she's hoping to clear out sectionalism in you. The part, oh, this part of me and that part of me and this part of me. She's really wanting to give you a model of unity, of wholeness, so that you begin to love and embrace, the self that perceives when awake, the self that's a dreamer, the self that is the purposeful, moving on the planet, mover and shaker, and then any residual part that is been pushed behind as the shadow element. She's she's ready to show up. She's ready to show up. And this is a gift and blessing from Source Harmonic for not only the work that many, many, many of you have done with me over the years. And now we can say, because I always said they, now I know what they is. Mhm. I'm just bringing it through here. And some of you have done work in other ways, and you bring that here. And bless you. And speaking of blessings, SH, as I affectionately call it from time to time, it's a lot to spell. SH is now would like to, I think the word might be administer a blessing, and you might feel it coming from above and into your skull, your shoulders. You might feel it in your heart. You might feel it in your totality, or all of the above. And here's the message. I think it's Source is saying, strive to be a blessing to others, and you're included. And allow my blessings to rain upon thee. Allow my blessings to rain upon thee. Thou art deserving. Erase any doubt. And if you have doubt, you flick it out from now on. When in doubt, flick it out. And if you want, you can say, I accept the blessings rendered, and I accept that I am a blessing, and will in turn. Hmm. Be and radiate and administer that to others when I'm called. Doesn't have to be every moment. Just when you're called. You'll know. Mhm. So we're nearing completion here. Absorb as much of this as possible. Mm, so beautiful beings. Mm, thank you for hearing the call and taking those moments out in this beautiful, gorgeous day to show up and contribute to the acceleration. That's the best that I can say about it is contribute to the acceleration. And um, not that I'm an expert in any way, but this is the year of the fire horse. And I'm holding on to those reins pretty strongly all the time. It's just zooming. So we will be reminding you when the next moon gathering is. It's a new moon in June. I like how that sounds. A new moon in June. And new moons are just different. They're very different. This one was different in that just to have that very clear directive of assisting us. And I think in a way, it's actually to protect us. Because if you're really able to follow those things, the impact of the energy that's coming in now and what's going to um, be transmitted and how we're going to transition in the next year and well, it's not even a year and a half, it's like a year and less than 3 months. So it's going to be itself an awakening. That's all I can say. All right, then. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Blessings to you in every way. Love, 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 love. Dance it, feel it, know it.